Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. If you haven't seen already, of course, Road to Ranked is back. I've posted my first episode in almost a month, or maybe it was a month, yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. A lot of fun, and yeah, I am really back now. And if you haven't seen the update video that I posted 2 days ago, definitely check that out as well. Thank you to everyone who has watched that. Hopefully it gives you some more context and understanding on what I'm trying to do in the future. And I'm really looking forward to this next season, just creating as much content as I can and getting more people into competitive VGC. But yeah, thank you guys as always for just incredible support and incredible love, and it just makes, I always say this, but I feel like I don't say it enough, honestly, because you guys just make this doing all of this so much more fun. So yeah, to continue the week, we'll be using Sam Pendelis' team. Of course, I featured this for the first time yesterday. This is the team that got second at the World Championships this year, and if you're interested in the team information, you can check out the Pokemon link in the description below. I don't think Sam's publicly revealed the EV spreads and that stuff yet, so I'll ask him afterwards whether that's something he wants to be released or whether he wants to keep it private. But huge thank you to Sam for allowing me to use his team, and go check him out on Twitter in the description below as well. I give him a follow. I mean, to get second at Worlds, like, that is literally one of the best feats that anyone could accomplish in this game, and I thought, played this tournament so phenomenally and played the finals so well. And if you didn't see the World's finals from this year, I highly recommend it. It was such a good finals from both sides. Like, both players were just playing really well. So, yep. I'm going to look for our first opponent of the day. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Ranked, please share your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it, especially as we get back into the swing of things. I really want to just gauge how many people are still interested in VGC 17 specifically, and this series as of right now in this time. And so, yeah, leaving a like would really mean a lot, and it would help show your support. But other than that, as I mentioned in the update video, there's a lot of other content that I do want to introduce, mainly just, talking about all kinds of things related to VGC that might not be necessarily like gameplay from Road to Rank specifically. But finally, we're going to find a 1726 rated opponent from Japan to get this episode kicked off using a QR code team and actually two similar Pokemon, or three similar Pokemon. Ninetales, Xurkitree, Arcanine, so we have three of the same Pokemon there. It's weird to see Ninetales and Xurkitree on the same team, but that might be picking up some steam after Sam's finish at Worlds. Surrounded with Hariyama, Tapu Fini, and the Clefairy. Okay. Interesting. Clef is quite scary. I like leading my own Ninetales here because getting an Aurora Veil up seems pretty helpful against my opponent's team. However, I am kind of worried about my opponent's own Xurkitree. Although, maybe I could go Ninetales Xurkitree here. I think I still want Garchomp because of the pressure it puts against everything with Tectonic Rage. I mean, I could go Tabulele and Mandibuzz, but Mandibuzz just does absolutely nothing against... Actually, wait, this is Taunt, right? Maybe I do bring Mandibuzz then. Yeah. Come to think about it, Mandibuzz may actually make some sense. Yeah, the Taunt makes Mandibuzz worth bringing, I think, so I'm going to bring Tabulele and Mandibuzz so I could taunt the Clef, bring Garchomp in the back. Ninetales I'd only really use for Aurora Veil and maybe Icy Wind, so I don't see much of a reason to bring that. Offensively, it doesn't do that well. Arcanine or Xurkitree are both good calls here. I think I'm actually going to go with my own Xurkitree. Mainly because, I mean, like, there are two reasons. One, both are good Pokemon here, and two, I just want to feature the more unique Pokemon on this team, especially the Xurkitree set here that Sam has. So I ended up not bringing Ninetales because, actually... The more I think about it, Ninetales might have still been the call, because I keep forgetting that these Pokemon have such unique sets, and it has Disable, which means I can disable Follow Me, and it also has Roar. But instead I go with Tapu Lele and Mandibuzz, and my opponent's going to go with Ninetales and Xurkitree. This is really scary depending on what set that Xurkitree is. If it's Electric Z, that could just knock out my Mandibuzz. I'm definitely going to Tailwind turn 1. But... I also don't know how fast the Xurkitree is, that's the other question. But the main concern right now is that Mandibuzz doesn't get Tailwind up. I want to Calm Mind. Yeah, I'll Calm Mind. I was thinking of attacking Ninetales here, but I think I'll just Calm Mind and Tailwind turn 1. I do have the Bulky Berry, the Pinch Berry, so that helps my Tapu Lele. We do just see a Blizzard. I think it's going to be a doubled up into Mandibuzz. Let's see. There's the Z move. Yep. I didn't really have any switch-ins there, honestly. Unless this goes into Tapu Lele, which I maybe could survive, and then that would put me in like a really good position. But the main issue is not getting Tailwind up means like Garchomp can't just like Earthquake around, which is really problematic. Yeah, that is going to Mandibuzz. I don't think I survive this. There's no way. Yeah, unfortunately not. I couldn't really switch that slot out either, so that was just a very, very rough turn one, unfortunately. And Xurkitree does get the Beast Boost as well, so, you know, not the most ideal turn one. And, like, maybe I should have kept Ninetales in the back for this situation specifically. But I think my opponent led exactly to counter the Mandibuzz, and I should have predicted that a little bit better. Like with Xurkitree, you can expect either the Berry or just Z move. Can I take a Blizzard and a T-Bolt at +1? I don't know. I'm going to bring in my own Xurkitree right now. I need to at least knock out Ninetales to give my Garchomp a chance. Yeah. So protecting with Lele is pretty obvious here, but I might still do it. Yeah, I'm going to protect and just Thunderbolt. Actually, if there's any turn not to protect, it might be here, because if I have my opponent, I probably... Oh wait, I have Calm Mind up, so I should survive the combination of attacks. Yeah, so I'm going to double up into Ninetales. I think Psyshock plus Gleam should knock out here at +1 and Psychic Terrain. Okay, Ninetales just Blizzards. Please no Freeze. Oh, Xurkitree just Dazzling Gleams, even better. Okay. So I think, yeah, that procs both of my berries, which is kind of funny. The issue is that the Xurkitree is also faster than mine, which I'm not too happy about. So I wonder if that's Tail Glow with Electric Z. That would be interesting. So the reason why I prioritize knocking out the Ninetales here is because I've got that Garchomp in the back. Oh boy, I really hope Psyshock knocks out at +1 on their Psychic Terrain. I feel like it should. Okay, good. Yeah, so if my Xurkitree were faster, I'd feel like, oh, suddenly maybe this isn't too bad anymore. But the Xurkitree being faster makes this kind of scary here. But at least I get the knockout onto the Ninetales, which means the biggest threat to my Garchomp is out of the way. So even though turn 1 played out pretty poorly, I'm still like, you know, not in the worst of positions. But Arcanine coming in here definitely a little bit scary. So this is going to be a close finish, honestly. Comes down to what my opponent's last Pokemon is. Comes down to protects and stuff too, I think. So this turn's tough. I could switch into Garchomp, but that's really risky because I could switch into a Dazzling Gleam. A +1 Dazzling Gleam. What I kind of want to do is just protect and sack my Xurkitree right now to get the free switch into Garchomp. I think I'm going to do that, yeah. So I'm going to protect Tapu Lele here. And I'm going to Thunderbolt the Arcanine to get chip damage to maybe put it in EQKR range. Xurkitree protects. Oh, that's nice. So one way or another, the reason why that's nice is because I know it can't protect next turn. Ideally, Flare Blitz goes into Tapu Lele, and I get a free Thunderbolt off here into the Arcanine. Oh, I'm faster! Or it's going for Roar. Huh. Oh, it bulldozes. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, switching Garchomp there probably would have hurt. But that makes me... Oh, I can see who's faster here based off hail damage. Ah, Arcanine's still faster than me. That's really bad. Yeah, if Lele were faster than Arcanine, I'd feel solid. But now, if you're my opponent... I suppose you could click Dazzling Gleam. You definitely Dazzling Gleam and Flare Blitz. So this really comes down to what my opponent's last Pokemon is. Because if it's probably Tapu Fini. Dazzling Gleam plus Flare Blitz. Maybe Tapu Lele can hang on. Because I'm like max HP and defense. And the Arcanine's pretty slow. So I'm going to guess it's more invested in bulk. Do I switch out Xurkitree here? I don't want to. I think my play is to Psyshock, knock out the Arcanine, and protect Xurkitree. Yeah, because if it is Tapu Fini in the back, then my Xurkitree can deal with that. It's funny, I was like not expecting Bulldoze, but this Arcanine has it, and it's not like the craziest set. We just see T-Ball. Okay, so my opponent now going for the Gleam. Flare Blitz. Oh, okay. Okay, that's nice. Sly Shock on Arcanine does pick up the knockout. Oh, this is so intense. Like, it's 3-on-2, but both of my Pokemon are so heavily damaged. Tapu Lele will faint from another turn of Hail. I also don't know how many turns of Hail are left. Xurkitree is also slower. That's still the main concern. It's Clefairy! Whoa. Okay, I think that means Garchomp should just win this game then. Pretty sure. Like, should be able to knock out Xurkitree even with Friend Guard. How many turns of Hail are left? It's the last turn, so Tapu Lele will actually hang on from this. So I'm gonna Protect and I guess Slash Ditch Thunderbolt, but like Earthquake should just knock out the Xurkitree either way. Don't think Clef is a way to stop that. I could be wrong though. Clef could pull something out on me right now. But I don't think it should have anything to really shut me down. Let's see, Xurkitree's at +2 now, so that's really scary. I think that means like it could survive an EQ. But does Dazzling Gleam knock me out? Oh, what a good call. There wasn't anything I could have really done to prevent that either, but he actually had Heal Pulse. Okay, so here's the other thing now. Does the Clefairy go for Follow Me to redirect a Tectonic Rage, or does it Heal Pulse? I don't think +2 Gleam knocks me out. Whoops, my game disconnecting there. I could be wrong though. I want a Tech Rage here. Or maybe I could Swords Dance. Does Swords Dance cover all my options? Does Earthquake just knock out anyway? Oh, I can't Earthquake because then... yeah, I was Swords Dance. Oh, this could be such a misplay. Oh, it just went for Follow Me. Okay, so if I survive Gleam, I win. But I don't know if I do. It's +2. He's faster? Oh, I did not think Xurkitree would be faster than Garchomp. Ha! Okay, I don't feel too bad about my play, because, wow, I knew the Garchomp was bulky, but I didn't expect Xurkitree to outspeed it. Jeez. Could get into my opponent. Yeah, that's just game over then. I got swept by Xurkitree. Tail Glow Xurkitree against Tail Glow Xurkitree. Unless we speed tie here, which would be absolutely hilarious, but I don't think we do. No. Sheesh. So maybe I could have just Earthquake then. I really don't know how much EQ does against Xurkitree, like with Friend Guard. So the reason why I Swords Dance there is my opponent has two plays. You follow me to redirect a potential Tectonic Rage, or you Heal Pulse. So since I protected with Tapu Lele the previous turn, if I Earthquake, then Dazzling Gleam becomes single target and just knocks out my Garchomp, which means I just lose there. So if I knock out my own Tapu Lele, that's obviously pretty bad. By Swords Dancing, it means, okay, if you follow me, I don't, attack through. If you Heal Pulse, that's also fine. Most Clefairies don't carry attacking moves, because they'll go like Heal Pulse, Follow Me, Protect, Encore, some combination of those attacks. So if that happens, then what that means is, okay, you don't have a way to shut me down, I'm faster, Earthquake just knocks you out, Clefairy can't touch my Garchomp. But instead, it was a faster Xurkitree, which I'm still kind of shocked by. But yeah, the Garchomp is super bulky, so lesson learned from this one. Never thought I'd see a day where Xurkitree outspeeds Garchomp, but I'm guessing that's timid instead of being modest too, which would make some sense. But yeah, I can't feel too bad about that game, I think. I did lead kind of poorly. I led right into the Z-move Xurkitree, so that's where, like, in best of one, I was thinking it might have been, like, a bulkier variant similar to this team, but in the Xurkitree versus Xurkitree war, unfortunately, my opponent does prevail, but really well played overall. So, Flame, our second opponent of the day, has a Butterfree, Tapu Lele, Garchomp, Muck, Aerodactyl, and Celesteela. Ooh. Aerodactyl is very scary. I'm not happy to see that at all. Because, this team has 3 berries. None of those berries work against Aerodactyl. Ninetales Garchomp or Ninetales Arcanine. That's what I'm thinking, to get the initial Intimidate off. Actually, I like that, yeah. Ninetales Arcanine? Xurkitree seems pretty good here, as does Garchomp. Don't like Mandibuzz too much. Wait, actually, I'm running out of time. This is bad, but just wanted to check something. Yeah. Like, the thing about Mandibuzz is, I guess I could bring it without Tapu Lele. I don't really need the special defense boost anyway. So maybe I should have done that, but I don't know. That's a tough call to make. Like, I'm still, like, really new with this team, as you can tell. So knowing when to bring Mandibuzz without Tapu Lele is something that I'm trying to figure out still. But, wow, that last game, Xurkitree made me faster. That just, like, gave away all hopes. I survived the Gleam, but then I was like, oh, wait, you're faster anyway. But I'm going to go to Ninetales and Arc here since my opponent's team is so offensive in terms of physical. But actually, he leads with the only 2 Pokemon that aren't bred in by Intimidate, so great call there. With the Butterfree and the Tapu Lele. So, I'm faster with Arcanine. That's really important information. Now, Butterfree here can Sleep Powder one of my 2 Pokemon. So the question is, do I want to play it safe, or do I want to play super aggressive? What I can do is Icy Wind here, which I definitely want to. But the question is, if you're Butterfree, what do you expect? Do you expect me to protect my Arcanine, thus Sleep Powdering Ninetales, or do you just Sleep Powder Ninetales? I think I'm gonna end up playing it safe here and just attack with both. You might be able to put one of my Pokemon to sleep, but I burn a turn to sleep and I get a knockout, or Butterfree even switches out, which is even better for me. That's Muck switching into a Flare Blitz, and I'll be able to decrease the speed of both of my opponent's Pokemon here. Nice, okay. So I'll take that. I mean, Tapu Lele is going to get a Psychic off, though, so that's not, like, ideal necessarily, but it's also, like, not the worst-case scenario here. So both speeds falling down. Yeah, the play I was expecting was Butterfree just putting one of my Pokemon to sleep. Ends up obviously not being the case. But that's super solid damage there on Muck. Gonna, get rid of its berry immediately, which is good, always. And let's see what happens here. There's a Psychic Z. That's scary. So, you gotta really wonder who this is going into. Ideally, it goes into Arcanine, so I get a free switch into Garchomp, and I can go back for a... what am I thinking? Yeah, if it goes into the Arcanine, then Ninetales can just Aurora Veil, but unfortunately not. Ninetales here will fall. So, maybe I should have Aurora Veiled? I don't know. That's kind of a tough call. But Ninetales will faint. And I will get a free switch into my Garchomp, which is good. I could Swords Dance as well. And most importantly, I didn't lose my berry yet. Although Muck could knock me off now. I do have Xurkitree as well. But I think Garchomp is probably the better Pokemon to bring in here, yeah. I could also conserve my Z move. Like, if my opponent expects me to Z move Muck, I could Rock Slide Flare Blitz. We know Tapu Lele is slower. I would switch out Muck and protect Tapu Lele here. So what I also could do is Rock Slide Flare Blitz the Muck. That's really risky. But part of me wants to gamble a little bit right now. How do I feel about my chances? Otherwise, I could just Tectonic Rage Tapu Lele. But if I'm my opponent, I would switch the Muck out. Or maybe my safest play is to Tech Rage, Lele, and Flare Blitz Muck. But Muck could just stay in and knock me off while Lele protects. I think that's going to happen. Kind of wish I doubled up now. Okay, Muck protects. So that means Lele's not protecting? Unless that's faster than Lele, which would make no sense. Okay, yeah. That's fine then. So, I mean, I was thinking of Rock Slide Flare Blitz a Muck, so I'm at least glad I didn't go with that. But I'm still not necessarily in the clear yet. But this should knock out the Tapu Lele. Although, Garchomp did let me down on the previous game, so please don't let me down here. Let's see. There it is. Tech Rage going to Lele. I mean, Lele is so frail defensively, like Garchomp. Tech Rage should knock it out. Yes, as it does. Okay, good. So that's good, because Muck could have gone for a knockoff there. Instead, he just protects, which means it also can't protect next turn. Or it could, but chances are in my favor. So, my opponent does get a free switch in now, but it's like if you're bringing in Butterfree, that can put one of my Pokemon to sleep, but I can just Rock Slide and Flare Blitz. And if you bring in something else, Muck is still Paradin. So I thought my opponent would most definitely switch out the Muck, but that was probably Protect to, blow through the Tectonic Rage. But I'm still not in the best of positions here. It really comes down to, and it's Garchomp for my opponent's fork, okay. That's really bad, actually. Especially if it has Tech Rage. Oof, this is tricky. Oh wait, no. My opponent has already Z moved, so can't Tech Rage there. Forgot about that part. If my opponent wants an Earthquake, has to switch out Muck. Otherwise, you maybe Dragon Claw. I kind of want to protect and Bulldoze. But what if I just eat an Earthquake up? That would be bad. Do you Earthquake here if you're my opponent? I feel like probably. I'm still going to go for Protect Bulldoze, because if my opponent doesn't EQ, then I'm in a super sound position. And Muck doesn't switch out, so maybe there's no Earthquake coming out here. Or maybe my opponent just Earthquakes himself. Dragon Claw comes out. Nice. Nice. That's so good. Okay, that's what I was expecting. Because I'm thinking, okay, because it's not Z-move Garchomp, it's either Assault Vest or Choice Spec. I mean, Band. Sorry, not Band. Choice Scarf. With either of those two sets, that means Garchomp will have Dragon Claw. So I suspected it might have Dragon Claw there instead of Earthquaking. So that Bulldoze is really good. But we do just see a knockoff come out. It's going to get rid of my Berry. Ooh, that does so much. Wow. And looks like that is Scarf Chomp, given that it's still faster than my Garchomp. Which is kind of concerning. But that means it's locked into Dragon Claw right now. Dragon Claw won't knock me out. I could Helping Hand EQ right now. Do I need a Helping Hand? Why don't I just Protect? Well, with Helping Hand, what I was thinking is you Dragon Claw, you take Rough Skin. There's still Hail Ticking. I believe there's still... Yeah. But I could lose to a crit. What's my other play? Switch out into Xurkitree and Bulldoze again. I'm not sure I like that as much. I think I might actually Helping Hand Earthquake here. Because I know I'm bulky. And Xurkitree will win against Butterfree. Okay, so let's see if Muck protects. Regardless, I think I'm in an okay position. It does protect, okay. So that makes this a little bit scarier. I was thinking really of switching Garchomp out and just Bulldozing again. There's Dragon Claw. Yep, going in the shot. Okay, I do survive. There's Rough Skin. So, ooh, this is close. I think I should survive one turn of Hail, and I think Thunderbolt will knock out Muck. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Garchomp hangs on too. That could be problematic. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, Garchomp's speed here is what's really screwing with me right now. Okay, so obviously I have to bring in Xurkitree. This is a really intense game as well, but yeah. And then, like the other play I could have made there was withdrawing Garchomp out into Arcanine, or sorry, into Xurkitree, and like Flare Blitzing or Bulldozing. That might have been better now that I think about it, just because then I could like Helping Hand Dazzling Gleam. Actually, that definitely would have been better. That was a slight misplay, I think. I mean, so I can Gleam here. Or I could just Thunderbolt Muck. Hail was going to expire. Well, Garchomp will faint. Yeah, Garchomp will faint if it Dragon Claws my Garchomp, so I think I actually have a safe play of just Rock Sliding and Thunderbolting. Because I think Xurkitree will win 1v1 against the Butterfree. Ooh. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, my opponent's setting up for an EQ endgame. I was gonna say, is that Butterfree not sashed? That's so bad. Yeah, now you can just Scarf Earthquake. I really thought Helping Hand EQ would knock out the Garchomp. Yeah, there's a chance Xurkitree could survive the Earthquake, though. I think it might. Oh, wow, this will be close. But Butterfree just Sleep Powders Xurkitree anyway, I think, so I probably lose here. Both games are really close today, but I think I made some slight misplays here and there that kept me out of it. I mean, in game one, I just didn't know the speed, and I led poorly in the second game. Yeah, like the Garchomp being slower than Scarf Chomp. Like, that's not too surprising, because you probably go Admit max speed, and this is Admit not max speed. But I think giving up Arcanine like that was a little bit aggressive, and I should have withdrew my Garchomp out. I just really thought Earthquake would knock out the Garchomp, because if it, like, I was like, Hail, EQ, yeah. But I will protect here. and just Dazzling Gleam. Last-ditch effort, but I think Xurkitree just falls asleep here. It's a Sleep Powder. Yep, there's Earthquake. Confirming it is Scarfed, so let's see if I can survive this first of all. And then whether I can actually just knock things out. Yeah, so Xurkitree does take that, but I think Sleep Powder probably just goes into me. So maybe I should have Rock Slided Dazzling Gleam. I actually just totally didn't consider the switch out play, which was really bad on my end. Oh, I'm faster?! I'm so confused. This was the most confusing episode. Like, game 1, I was slower. My Garchomp was slower than Xurkitree. In game 2, the Xurkitree outsped the Butterfree. I thought Butterfree was really fast. Like, I'm pretty sure it's fast. I don't think Xurkitree should be outspeeding it, but now I'm just really confused. I actually want to double check Butterfree's speed stat. Because I was fully expecting the Butterfree to just Sleep Powder my Xurkitree. Huh, Butterfree is actually a lot slower than I remembered it to be. So, that was already... Wow. That was so anticlimactic. I didn't even hype up the end. I was like, okay, I just lose. And then Xurkitree just outspeeds. But yeah, you know, the Xurkitree is pretty slow as is Garchomp, so... I really didn't think I would be able to outspeed there, but he ends up surviving and getting the knockout. So game 1 felt like a game where I was like, okay, I think I've got this, and then I don't got this because the Xurkitree outspeeds my Garchomp. Game 2 is the game where I was like, okay, I've lost, and then the Xurkitree outspeeds the Butterfree. So it's a really, really weird episode, but a really fun one, honestly. I felt like all the games were pretty close, and I did make some key mistakes. I think in game 1, the biggest thing was just the lead. Like, I should have considered Ninetales and Xurkitree specifically for my opponent, and if I had my own Ninetales in that game, that would have been pretty good. If I had Arcanine, yeah, Arcanine could help because of Bulldoze and just Flare Blitz pressure. So yeah, Pokemon wise, I think I kind of had a really bad matchup from the beginning. I was able to kind of claw back into it, but some misplays and then just the ending, like where Garchomp was slower, that was bad. And then this last game, I definitely think what I would have rather done was switch out the Garchomp out into my Xurkitree that turn. Because I really thought Muck would consider just attacking the Xurkitree slot to cover the option of it switching, which is why I wanted to go for the Earthquake. And the option I didn't consider was just Garchomp switching out and then back in, but fortunately Butterfree was actually slower. So really weird and crazy episode, but a fun one at that. You know, these games are always really fun when it comes down to literally, like, I mean, every game comes down to the last turn, but like those where no player knows who exactly is going to win. It makes it really fun, I think, for spectators. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I'm still getting used to the team, so we'll see where we can go from here. At least try to hit the 1700s, since I think we're in like the mid 1600s right now. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, peace.